Hello out there. Sorry. Okay. That's telling me it's showtime. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Technical issues. Okay. All right. Here we go. Why is now? Okay. Here we go. Why is. All right. Set that here. Turn this here. Right. And there's my heat. Right on time. Hey, Maribel. Okay. Listen away. I'll be here. I I considered uh, postponing this live, possibly canceling it. I'm not really feeling well, but I thought, what the heck, I can do it. I can tough it out, right? Oh, had kind of a busy weekend, especially yesterday. Oh, shoot. Yesterday, a lot of issues came up with my OCD. I had a very bad OCD day. Can you hear me? Am I speaking loud enough? I know this. Thank you, Maribel. I know this heater just kicked on. I actually can turn it off from my phone. So let me do that because I had it really. Um, I had it set higher than usual, but I think we can lower it now. I was like really cold. I got really cold suddenly. I don't know. Sometimes I really need to eat a lot of meat. Red meat helps me with when I'm cold. I'm cold when I come on. Oh, this thing. All right. Okay, it should turn off in about a minute or two. I don't know why my heater does not turn off right away when I tell it to. Okay, now I'm gonna get my crochet going. I haven't crocheted since Friday. Very disorganized today. It's just your typical Monday. All right. Okay. This thing is getting heavy as it should be. It's supposed to be heavy. Okay. My working yarn here. I have my I have my camera set up, my other camera to do some crochet so you could see what I'm working on. But the only thing is this is not your it's kind of big and bulky and heavy and all that stuff to work on the table, you know. And I couldn't really think of anything else I wanted to crochet. Like I said before, I'm just, hey, Simona Crochet, you're a new person. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. I haven't seen you before, so I'm glad you're here. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to figure out what. Okay, this is a 2 row repeat. Hey, Kivia. Thanks for coming in. Kivia, how was your weekend? Maribel, did you have a good weekend? How about you, Simona? Anyone else out there want to say hi? Go ahead and feel free to say hi. And if you want to put your link in the chat, feel free. All you got to do is type the word hook. Doesn't need to be capitalized or anything. And then Nightbot will drop your link. And then people can go see all about your channel and see who you are. That's how I got my first 1K subs. Is people were able, I people were nice enough to share my link, put my link in their lives. So I figure pay back, pay it forward, right? Um, King Morgan, hello. Happy Monday to you as well. I'm actually glad it's Monday. Sometimes the weekends are too busy for me because my husband is home and he tends to be a little sloppy. So it's nice to have it quiet. And Gigi is here. Hello, Gigi. But yeah, I had a little, um, quite a bad day yesterday with my OCD. I had run into so many people who were just, I hate to say the word trigger, but they triggered my OCD. Um, we're talking, um, what is that stitch you were doing? Okay, yeah, it is, one row has a half double crochet, but it's not really, it's like a cluster made with half double crochets. So in this row, I'm doing one stitch is a slip stitch, the next row is a single crochet, slip and single. But the next row is a little different. And when I get to that row, I will let you know. It's hard for me to explain it, and I'm not there yet. I haven't worked on this since Friday, people. Anyway, um, yeah, I, I, I'm not say run into. I encountered people that were just affecting me uh, with their actions. Like this one lady, she was constantly touching her tongue while she was interacting with people. There was paper involved. Yeah, so every time she wanted to turn a page in her book or grab a piece of paper, she had to touch her tongue. I know that that's a thing, but I, with COVID and everything going on, and I really don't think it's a good idea. And she kept doing it. Like she did it excessively. Like once or twice I can handle, but she did it excessively. Like she kept on touching her tongue and then just touching. And then she was touching surfaces. Then she was touching people. Then she was touching her tongue. Then she was touching the bottom of her shoe. Then she was touching her tongue. Then she was touching people. It was too much for me. I couldn't handle it. Um, anyway, once that conversation was finished and I went somewhere else to another section of this happened in church. Um, I encountered, it came into a close stalker who I could not get away with because my job at the time was to greet everybody that came in and say, hello, welcome to the church. Welcome, hello, here, take. I was passing up some kind of card out, a little flyer, and this woman just was in my face. And, my back was literally against the wall, and she was just in my face talking, and she would not go get her seat in the auditorium. She just wanted to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And um, I was just a little, the first minute I was fine, but after a while, like I was thinking, I think it's about time for her to scoot John out of here and go get her seat. But she kept talking. And then she was um, like you could, I don't know. Her spittle was like, she wasn't spitting, but like she had a lot of, I don't know. She had a lot of, uh, I don't know. It just was, it was awful. But she eventually left. I tried to get, while I was talking to her, let her see that I'm still, my job is still to greet people. So even though I'm like, hi, welcome, welcome, like, she kept talking to me. And then I saw a woman who possibly, I'm like, hey, you know, I called this lady over and she came to talk, and then she got stuck. And then I felt bad. I got, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to get this girl stuck in our conversation. I wanted the first girl to realize she got to go. But no, anyway, the second girl, she got away. And then another woman came up to me. She hasn't seen me in a long time. So she was talking to me. And then, we're three people again talking. And eventually she went away. But it was, so that was rough for me. Okay. First with the lady who was kept on touching her tongue and other things, then her tongue and other things, then her tongue. And then this close talker was just, I I didn't do well with those situations before COVID, and now after post COVID, or you know whatever. Hey VJ, I just can't. I can't. I can't handle. And I'm not subject to those situations too often because I'm in the house a lot. So when you know when situations like that occur, it throws me off. Um, VJ, we were just talking about close stalkers and people who touch their tongue often, repeatedly, and just all touch other surfaces, and then their tongue again, and then other. It's just I. That's my Sunday that I had. So it was, you know, it was kind, and then I was standing. I had been standing for about 2.5 hours, so I was physically tired. So, oh my gosh, I was just. I've had it. I had it. I had to rest it off. So it's just really, yeah. I masks are appreciated, but some people don't. And then, so this lady was just excessively touching her tongue, in order to turn a page in a book or pass out pieces of paper. Then, like I was saying, she was touching the bottom of her shoe. Then she was touching her tongue again. Then she was touching people. Then she was touching her tongue again. Then she was touching the ground. Then she went for her tongue again. I'm like, I couldn't. I'm like, she didn't touch me, but just, I couldn't, like, was watching a bad accident. Like, I was, and I think I made a face a few times, like, oh, I don't care if I did. She didn't see me. She's not paying attention to me. Was a very nice, sophisticated looking lady, too, you know. So I didn't, she had her hair all done. She was dressed to the nines. Her nails, her makeup was perfect. And She had a cute handbag, but she was a slob, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know her personally, but I just, it was too much for me. I couldn't handle it. Um, so my OCD just went skyrocketed, and then everything else, like it seemed like I encountered more things that were, I don't know, made me pay attention more. Sometimes it's hard when you pay attention. There's a line in the lyrics of the show Monk. Have you any of you seen the show Monk with Tony Shalhoub? I love that show. He's got a bad case of OCD, and so does his brother, but they suffer from two different kinds of OCD. It's not the same. One can't leave the house, and the other he can leave the house. However, he like things neat and organized. The brother who can't leave the house, he collects a lot of things. So two different kinds of OCD, which there are more than two kinds. Anyway, uh, Tony Shalhoub's character Monk is a detective, and he solves these crimes because his OCD helps him, because he very much pays attention. So a line in the lyrics of this show, so opening theme song, is one of the lines says, "If you paid attention, you'd be worried too." So that's a problem. You know, yeah, Maribel watches them. That's a problem. Like, I pay attention sometimes a little too well. So what I'm saying is that that woman in the morning touching her tongue several times, and then other things, and then her tongue again. I mean, she just, when I say triggered my OCD, like my OCD became worse the rest of the day. Like now I'm like, my senses are heightened, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that. That's gross too. And everything that, whereas if that didn't happen with that tongue toucher, I probably wouldn't have been bothered as much by everything else that happened yesterday. So I told my husband about this. He says, well, you're going to have to avoid that lady at all costs. And it should be easy because the church has like 1,000 people in it at one particular, each service. There's about 1,000 people. So it's very easy to hide from people. Very easy. However, I will say there are a handful of people that I see every time I go there, you know, which it's just fine, they don't bother me. But this woman, I never seen her before, and I hope I never will again. Not, I don't wish anything bad on her, but I just need her to not come near me or be near me anymore. Either that or she's going to have to change her habits. Is this person mentally challenged you're talking about? Well, the one touching her tongue, no, 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 no. Very sophisticated lady. Probably a corporate lady, works in corporate world, you know, maybe a Mary Kay lady, perhaps. I don't know. The close talker, now she was a little challenged, you could tell. She was very high functioning, but there was a little bit there. But I wasn't able to tell until I was talking to her about, she was talking to me for a good 5 minutes, and then I realized, oh, okay, that's why she's not getting the hint that I'm like not paying fully attention to her, and I'm still saying hi, you know. Then it clicked with me, like, okay, she's there's, a few things going on there, but the tongue licker, no, no, no. If I were to guess, I'd say she, yeah, like I said, some banker lady, or maybe even a lawyer, or a Mary Kay lady, something like that. Very sophisticated looking lady, but no, no, no. And yeah, I would never call anyone who has a problem like that a slob. So but she was a slob. It's just because she should, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. We'll talk about something else. I feel like it's dark in here. Does it seem dark in here? I have all the lights on, but it's very cloudy outside. It's not as cold as it was over the weekend. Last week it got a little cold, then it warmed up, then it got cold again. And I don't know, I think that plays around with my energy levels when the temperature spikes and then drops, you know. I'm talking the high of the day, not like, it's really chilly in the morning as the day progresses, it gets warmer. No, I'm talking about if it's really warm on Friday and then Saturday it's so cold the temperature dropped 25 degrees and that's where it's going to stay. No, it just that doesn't do my energy levels very well. Okay, so I'm about to, I don't know if that person who asked me about the stitch that I'm doing, who was that person? Was that Simona? Oh, yeah, I think it was Simona. Um, so let me see. Single and then slip, chain one, and turn. Okay, so now this row, on top of the slip stitch, I'm going to do a slip stitch. On top of the single crochet, I'm gonna yarn over. Maybe I could show you on my little thing. I'll show you on my little thing. Here, hold on. Let me add myself. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. Stuff. Okay. Nope. I don't want an. What if, sorry. What if I do that? Can you hear me? Are you able to let me know? You can hear me. Okay. Simona is still here. Um, this is, yeah, this is a stitch called the, what is it called? Berry stitch, I believe. Okay. I know this is a dark background, but okay. So I slip stitch in that first, on top of that first slip stitch. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go into the single crochet. I'm going to pull up a loop, right? I'm going to yarn over and go through one loop only. So I still have three loops on my hook. Yarn over again, go in the stitch, pull up a loop. Now I have five loops. and I'm going to go through all 5 and then slip and then do it again. So that's all that is. Nothing too complicated. Hopefully you were able to see that. I have to get a better, you know, like a white something, white piece of paper or something, so you can see. But for now, I'm just gonna turn this off because, uh, yeah, like I said, not really, it's not really easy. No, I don't know how to. Okay. Um, yeah, it's not really to work on a table on a surface. Well, maybe some people can do it, but I can't. I'm not that coordinated. Yes. Okay, so it's called the even berry stick, and then there's uneven berry stick. I guess what makes it even is that everything's on top of each other, you know, and then I know some patterns call for like you, what's the word? Like every other stitch is on top of every other stitch. You know what I mean. Oh, is it cut off? Let's see. Let me see. Hopefully this is messing up. Okay, I think everything is good. So you let me know. Is it better now? And is it continuing to be better? Let me know because I can't tell. I don't know. Sometimes things, I don't know who to blame when things like that happen. Is it a YouTube thing? Is it a StreamYard thing? Is it my internet service? So do I blame Verizon? Do I blame StreamYard? Do I blame YouTube? Do I blame Apple? Maybe it's my laptop. I don't know. Or all of those things working together. They just don't like each other today, sometimes. Okay, so Maribel says it's fine now. Hopefully it stays fine. I could see um, I could see the chat, but it's a little delayed because I'm looking at my iPad. Thank you. My aunt texts me that she likes my nails. I like I like them too. I did chip one. Yeah, that's a bummer. But I mean, not I chipped the paint. See, I mean, or the paint chipped on one. You could barely see it, but it's this one right there. Um, thank you, Maribel. Do you know that? So originally I had the gold, kind of looked brown. I meant for it to look gold. I did the gold, and a few days after Thanksgiving, I went back and I had her add the tip, the green and the red tip. Well, I thought, she was just going to whip out a bottle of nail polish and just give me a little tip and call it a day. No, she did a whole bunch of things to my nails before she prepped my nails. And I even thought like she was going to take off the color. And I'm like, no, 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 no. She goes, I know, trust me. And I even, she kept, taking out more equipment. And I'm like, I just want to, she goes, I know. Anyway, so yeah, everything worked out. It took her about a half an hour because she did so many things to my nail. So we went up to pay thinking it's going to cost me, some money. She charged me $10, $1 per nail. That's all she charged me. And she worked for like a half an hour. So, Michael, I'm not going to argue with that, but I did give her a nice, juicy tip because I feel like, you know, that's $5 an hour. That's, you know, I think she did a lot of extras to my nails when she added that. She went out of her way. So, and that's why I make an appointment with her and I only see her is because she does a great job. The only thing is she doesn't speak a lot of English. She knows how to speak nail talk, but other than that, if I tried to make small talk with her once and it didn't work out because, then she told me her English was not very good. So, what can you do? So, we won't be doing any small talk. But it's, I do talk a lot to a lot of people. I can talk to a stranger, no problem. Now, if they're close talkers, that's a problem. Like this one lady. Or if they're like to stick their fingers in their mouth repeatedly. I know sometimes people do that. And nobody's going to be a robot and not touch their face or, some things they don't realize they're doing. But this was over. This is excessive. Here we are talking about this lady again. We need to put that baby to bed. Put her out of this subject. Anyway. So I'm working on my blanket. I worked on it a lot on Friday. I got a lot done. And I was able to buy last week another ball of this yarn. Did I show you? Oh my gosh. I don't think I did show you. This really nice skein of yarn. I had never seen this color before. Never seen this color. This is I Love This Cotton by Hobby Lobby. Maybe it's been there before, but I didn't come across. I don't remember it. Of course, it's all cotton. It's called Cinnamon Cedar. I really like the color. It's got some purples. I like purples. It's got some greens and browns. And I like all those colors. So when I got up to the register, the lady, she was the manager there. She was looking for Chester. This was when I went with Jeanette. She was looking for Chester, but Chester had to go home early because me and Jeanette were there a long time. So Dad came to pick up Chester. By the time I got to the register, I didn't have Chester. The lady came looking for Chester. I'm like, I'm sorry, Chester's not here. He had to leave. He was too long of a visit for him. And then she's like, oh, that's a nice color yarn. What are you going to make with that? Or maybe Jeanette asked me what I'm going to make with that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm like, actually nothing. I'm just going to add it to my collection. Oh, maybe I told you that already last week. But right, Maribel, it's really pretty. So, I don't know. Did we already discuss Big Twist new yarn? Well, I don't know if it's that new. I think it's about a year, no longer than a year new. Did they replace Big Twist Soft with another Big Twist product. I think it's called. What's it called? What's it called? I can't even remember. I think we discussed that already a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we did talk about Big Twist and how they changed some things around. But anyway, um, that's my son. He's getting up for the day. It's his day off. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Yeah, days off are always nice. I feel like um, even though I do a lot more work on Mondays because I have to clean up after the long weekend of people being home, I feel like it's still a day off because there's no people to constantly clean up after. You know, it's I think he has to lower that music. Can you hear that music? Is it too loud? It's nice to be home alone sometimes. It's nice to be home alone always. Let me tell him to lower it. Oh shoot, that's way too loud. Hmm. Hold on. Okay. Can you lower it? Okay. Yeah, it's way too loud. So okay, sorry about that. And I am like I gotta set my. I need to hydrate because I'm going to the chiropractor today. So you know how that goes. I have to drink enough water. So let me. Okay. Yeah, yesterday. So after I look, and let's talk football for a minute because when we got home from church, my husband went right to the TV. Hold that thought, TV, and then he would turn on the football game. I think the Bears, Chicago Bears, I think this is their ninth loss in a row. I could be wrong. Maybe it's their ninth loss total, but they've lost a lot of games in a row, like more than six. I know that for sure. But nine, at least nine for the year. But this is like they lost, the big rivalry game was on yesterday. So it was Bears versus Packers. That's a big, big, big rivalry with the Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers. Huge rivalry, and seems like they're always losing to Aaron Rodgers. Um, but this was just like, and I guess they did good in the beginning. I didn't watch the game, but I just Are we good now? We should be good because I could see what the problem was. Okay. Sorry. All right. So I was saying about the Bears game. They lost to the rivalry team, Green Bay Packers. It was another loss, lots of losses in a row. Anyway, my husband then, after he watched the game and got over his little depression, it's always a depressing time in Chicago when the Bears lose. It's already depressing on Sundays nights because, people got to go back to work on Monday. Then add a loss of the Bears, and then add the fact that it's to the Packers. Anyway, so he took a nap, and then I was by myself for a while. Now, Gloria is here. Hi there. Now, back to that TV. My husband bought a ridiculously big TV. Not because we needed a big TV, but I had mentioned, I don't know if I did, the day after Black Friday, when everybody gets their big TVs on Black Friday or whatever electronics they usually get, most of the time, some of them at least get rid of their old stuff. And they just want it out of their house. And there's a lot of people who have a lot of money and they have disposable income and they buy a big TV and then they're like, get this 70-inch little tiny TV out of my house. Wife tells her husband, James, I want that TV out of my house. And so James puts it on Facebook. TV, $300, 70-inch, brand new, very good brand. I mean, not brand new, but hardly used. Yeah, so we got somebody's hand-me-down TV for a steal. My husband knows how to do that. He knows how to shop and get good deals. It takes time. It takes patience. But he knows how to do that. He really needs to do that for... Now, I guess we don't need another car because he did buy a few not nice used cars and then just unfortunate things happened to them. Not by anything, any fault to the car. Car was perfect, but just unfortunate stuff happened. For example, a texter ran into our car head on the coldest day of the year, and she was not insured. She tried to drive off, however, her tire came off, so that didn't happen. Anyway, so yes, we have a big TV, and I thought our TV, our previous TV, was fine. It was big enough. It was already a big screen TV, I thought. But when he came home with his massive, giant screen TV, and he took the old one down, and he placed it on the floor, I'm like, what a small little TV. Looks like an iPad. My TV it seemed like an iPad. That's how big this TV is. It's like way big. And then that was big. He installed it on the wall. He mounted it and everything. That was Friday night. Saturday morning, I get up. Don't even remember about the TV. And I'm walking around in my house and getting my water. And I come back this way and I see the TV and it looks bigger in the morning. Look, it's just hi Lydia. It's just ridiculously big. But I'll take it, I'd like to clean the screen because I could see the handprints from when my husband and the neighbor downstairs were bringing it up. And I'm glad that worked out because my husband, he had called me and he's like, I don't know how I'm going to carry this thing upstairs. I mean, not, we have an elevator. However, there's a long hallway to get to the elevator. Then once you get off the elevator, you got to walk the long hallway again to get to our door. So he's like, I don't even know if you can help me. This thing is so heavy. Obviously, the guy helped him get it in the car. And then I said, well, maybe you can ask our neighbor. And my husband's a very shy man. He goes, yeah, maybe. I go, well, all you got to do is knock on his door. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to help you. I'm like, my husband, I was prepared to knock on the door and ask my neighbor because my husband's very shy and very prideful too. Marry those things together, and my husband was not going to ask my neighbor. But it just so happened that my husband pulled up into our garage. At the same time, my neighbor pulled into his garage, which was right next to our garage. I mean, it's the same garage, one long garage. So it's several doors. You know, everybody has their own door, or it's two cars, two doors, one door for two cars. So my neighbor opened his and they pulled up at the same time, and that worked out. So my neighbor, you know, he pretty much offered, you need help with that, because he was like, where'd you come from? And my husband told him, and yeah. So he came in and, you know, obviously they had to, it was out of the box and they had to, you know, hold on to the TV. So now I got these big bear claw marks on my TV and the edges, and I can see them now. How do you clean a screen, a flat screen TV, like without messing it up? I don't want it streaked. I don't know what's worse than handprints, streaks. I don't want to streak it up. I don't have a, do I have a squeegee? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to clean it wrong. So if anyone has any suggestions, I would like to hear that or to read those on how to clean this TV. And I got to keep an eye on my watch because I think VJ's finished with her break that she took from YouTube. I think she's going live today. I haven't heard anything. I, of course, haven't been on YouTube. You know why? Haven't been on YouTube because I got a new TV and I wanted to see how it worked. I wanted to watch a bunch of things, you know, and now I'm done with all my shows. I'm all caught up, except for my old 70s, not that 70s show, but it's a show from the 70s that I've been watching. But I watch that in my bedroom because I watch it through the Fire Stick. I guess I could watch it through here because it's got that app too on it. But I had watched so much on Saturday that I needed a break from that show. I think I watched like 10 episodes on Saturday. So okay. Well, it doesn't, I don't know. Maybe she just doesn't have it up yet. I don't know. Okay. So it's time to drink my water. It's been time. Yes, ma'am. I'm back at work. We had an 11-hour sale this past. What? I did see a little bit of that because I sat at my computer for something and I did see that you were live. That was 11 hours. Wait a minute. Holy cow, that was 11 hours. Now, how did you stay live for 11 hours? Obviously, I didn't watch for 11 hours. I had you on silent. I had the mute on, not the mute of YouTube, but my computer mute. Um, how did you do that for 11 hours? And were you tired? And were you hungry? I know you were off camera when I was watching. You were off camera. So I was confused at first. I'm like, why does VJ look different? And then I made my screen bigger. I'm like, wait, that's not VJ. And then I heard you in the background. So yeah, what was the sale? What was the sale for? Was it, tell me more about the sale? And like I said, well, it was off of YouTube because I got a new TV. I we just kept rotating. You had a lot to sell. Yes, tired, hungry, and your brain melted. Mm-hmm. Yes, Gloria. Yes. Um, Gloria, I hear that you're coming with us next time me and Jeanette meet up. I heard that you're going to be on the guest list as well. So maybe text Jeanette and we'll get in touch and discuss the details. That would be nice if we could do it before Christmas. You know, I understand a lot of people say let's do it after the holidays, but why? I mean, it would be nice to do it as soon as possible. I like. She talked about food, so I always like eating. Speaking of eating, wait a minute. Was I finished with? Yeah. Oh yeah. I was talking. Let's put eating on. Just hold it there. I probably could have watched YouTube on my new TV. However, I went on my new TV, and so I went on Amazon. It's this lady who we bought it from. It's her name, her Amazon, and it's her Netflix, and it's her YouTube. And I, for some reason, can't figure out how to change it. I started changing it, and it said you're not allowed to remove this account from this device. You can't remove this Amazon account from this device. Well, geez, that would be a problem if I sold somebody a TV and then they had access to my Amazon. I wouldn't want that. Not that I'm going to do anything, but I mean, and I know me using her Netflix, I have my own Netflix. So I'd rather just have my own account on there. I mean, it's not going to cost her anything if I share it, but still, I don't need to, Anyway, I'll figure it out how to get my YouTube up on there. There's a lot of new things to learn. There was a particular feature that I wanted to see about, and I still couldn't figure it out. It says download this app. So I download an app and it said, click here to subscribe, this price annually, this price monthly, this price for a lifetime. And I'm like, what? I don't want to buy a membership for an app so that I could use a certain feature. So it's going to cost me $20 to use a certain feature. That's the lifetime price. It's $20, $5 a month, $25 a year. Now, does this make sense? 25 a year or 20 for a lifetime or $5 a month. Obviously, the $20 price, but still, I don't know if I want to pay $20 to use a certain setting. So I'm trying to figure out if I absolutely need that subscription to use this particular setting. I think that's what my husband did, and it said cannot remove this account from this device. But maybe if I do it, because I'm not sure what he did. I didn't watch what buttons he pressed. I just handed him the remote and told him to, fix that, put my stuff on here. And then, yeah, he couldn't. And so maybe if I do it. One thing, though, that I'm kind of afraid of, because I have Netflix on my old TV, which is now in my boy's bedroom, and I have Netflix on my iPad, and my brother has Netflix on his phone, I believe. And I think one other device. How many devices can you have with Netflix before they say, So I don't want to undo her Netflix until I know I can have Netflix on my TV for sure. Because if that were the case, I mean, I can always beam it, watch it, start it on my iPad and beam it to my TV. What do you call that? You don't call it beaming, but connect it to a device. You link it to to a TV, and then you connect. Okay, so all right, BJ. So when you go on, let me know if are you still going on after that marathon you did? Anyway, but whatever. I also have, like I said, I have Netflix in that TV, and then in my iPad too. So, but I need to take care of that. Hey, Jeanette. Jeanette is here. I was just telling Miss Gloria that us three should get together. Hopefully, we don't have to wait till after the holidays. I wouldn't ever mention that, but I just thought I'd put that out there, that we can go out to eat whenever you are ready. Oh, I was telling you, speaking of eating, do you know that since the beginning of COVID, consequently, the beginning of my crochet video journey, I've lost 30 pounds. Now, I know that's about 2 years, right? But I didn't really stop eating a lot. I just stopped eating out. So almost every meal that we had, not almost, most of the meals, many of the meals that we had, we were from outside places. Sadly, I didn't realize it, but especially when I was working full time, most of the time I didn't cook. I cooked a nice meal maybe twice a week. Now I cook pretty much every day, unless I have leftovers, and then I don't have to cook it. But we have home cooked meals almost all the time. There are some exceptions, of course, when we go out of town, or when we go to a special restaurant for a special dinner, or when we're out and about for many hours and we just have to get a bite to eat, you know. And I would say Mondays when I go to the chiropractor, which is every other Monday, I don't come home and cook because it really beats me up. It really just, I'm very, very fatigued after that adjustment. And so I just need to rest. So I do eat every other Monday. I have a sandwich out from outside. But anyway, because I've been eating home meals versus restaurant junk, I've lost 30 pounds. Took me 2 years, but you know, that kind of guarantees that it will stay off. Because if you lose it fast, you can gain it right back fast too. But it took me a long time. When I was maybe about 15 years ago, is it 15? Maybe a little less than 15. I lost 50 pounds. Okay. Everything good now? Can you see? All right. Oh my gosh. My laptop is supposed to tell me when my battery is low. I don't know why it didn't. Anyway, there's the ambulance or fire truck, whatever it is. All right, so I'm back. Oh, yeah, I was saying that 1 year, I lost 50 pounds over 1 year. Took me a year. And it stood off for mm, over 5 years. It stood off over 5 years. Way over felt. Almost close to 10 years it stood out off. And then, yeah, after I got put on some medicine, I gained weight really fast. And so that doesn't happen. Like if you lose it really fast, you can gain it right away, easy. But if you gain it really fast, that doesn't mean you're going to lose it right away, easy. Quite the opposite. Like I couldn't lose any weight. Like, oh my gosh, for a long time. So yeah, I gained that weight the beginning of. I was put on that medicine the end of 2018, maybe October 2018. I was put on a new medicine. By February 2019, I had like gained enough weight that I couldn't wear the same clothes anymore. I had to buy a lot of new clothes, little by little. And then yeah, by the big like the beginning of 2020, I was like, oh, I couldn't even walk. I would get winded. And mind you, end of 2019, I did a 5K still with all that extra weight. I did a 5K. It was very hard, and but I did it. So the beginning of 2020, I'm like, shoot, this is like getting out of hand. And then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna have to do something. And when COVID started, the lockdown happened, we didn't go out to eat. There was no restaurants that you could go to. So it got me started with my cooking journey, and I was cooking all my meals homemade. And now I'm like very interested in cooking and no longer interested in eating out as much as I used to. Even yesterday, my husband, there was a game going to be on. We just come from church. I need to do some grocery shopping. I don't have a lot of food in the house. I need to do some grocery shopping tonight. But anyway, he was like, well, there's not a lot of food in the house and bears are on. Do you want a quick Taco Bell? And I love Taco Bell a little bit too much. But I was so aggravated by my little run-ins with germy people yesterday. I was like, no, just take me home. I don't even care. And I didn't even eat after church. I was just like, I was too aggravated to even eat. I couldn't. It was horrible, horrible, horrible time. And hopefully that never happens again. Hopefully I don't ever have to encounter that person, because she liked to touch her tongue a lot. Too much. Anyway, what is everyone, did I miss some chats? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. My glasses. Sorry. Taking them on, taking them off, putting them on, taking them off, putting them on. So yeah, new TV. So I moved a little bit of furniture out of the way because our old TV was on a TV stand. This one is wall mounted now. So we moved out the TV stand, and it's not really a TV stand that my TV was on, but we made it into a TV stand. It's actually a big giant wooden chair, a homemade chair made by my uncle. And yeah, so I did a few rearranging of furniture, and this chair that used to be here, where Chester used to sit, is no longer here. And actually, Chester's food bowl was moved to a different spot. So, and Chester's toys were moved to a different spot. So that poor dog is like a little confused, probably. Anyway. Oh, you're working on a special project for Ken. Wonderful. Wonderful. I love to start new projects. I don't need to though, because I have a lot going on. A lot of projects. And I actually did finish all my Christmas wreaths that I made for all of my neighbors, the mini wreaths. I finished them all. I put magnets on most of them, right? And they're ready to pass out. However, I need a little bit more magnet tape from the store because I ran out of magnet, the roll of magnet. So I don't want to pass out most of them and then have, some people wait for theirs. I'd rather pass them out at the same time. Let me go get them and show you before I need to log off here. Hold on. All right. There you go. I'll show them to you. So these are, what is this now? Okay. So these are the wreaths. It's such a dark background here. These are the wreaths. Okay. See, on the back is these magnets. Sticky, very adhesive on the other side. And and there you go. They can hang it from their tree if they want. Hang it on their tree. I mean, hang it on their tree. But how I give it to them is I put them on their door, which everybody has a steel door, which is magnetic. So I have all of these. I need a total of 21, but I have two wreaths that don't have magnets on them. So while I'm at the grocery store today, I must get another roll of magnet. So I will be doing that, and I'll probably pass them out tonight. And yeah, it's we have 20 days till Christmas, so a good 3 weeks, of Christmas stuff. But a lot of people started decorating in November, which I don't usually decorate that early. The earliest I've ever decorated was right after Thanksgiving, which is still November. But I mean, pretty much, I don't wait. I don't decorate before Thanksgiving. That's for sure. So these are ready to go. And then when I come back from the store, I'll do the rest and then pass them out. Maybe I'll get a little gutsy and make a video. I don't know. That depends if my husband goes with me. Then he could, you know, hold the phone while I put them on, pass them out. Anyway, so I forgot what I was going to say. Okay. Yeah. So, VJ, are you getting ready to go live? Yeah, no, yay, nay. Um, Let me know and I could scooch on out of here for you. Okay. So, let's hit some buttons here. Mm, Okay. Mm, Okay. Oh no, I'll wait, whatever. Just let me know. So, oh, and there you are. Okay. All right. I'm going to get off here because I'm going to go do a few other things. And then I have to order a car. So, everybody take care and stay safe. I'll see you over at BJ's house. Bye.